back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So the last two fucking nights in a row, I've had 7 hours sleep. I went to bed last night. I set my alarm. There was 7 hours and 8 minutes. And I reckon I fell asleep with like 7 hours and 6 minutes left. So I definitely got the full 7. And it was delicious. And the last 2 nights as well, I've had dreams. I can't even remember the last fucking dream I had. But obviously, it must be 7 hours I need to start dreaming. So last night, I had this dream, and I have them regularly when I'm sleeping enough and dreaming. It's like this fucking... It's hard to describe. The first time I felt it, it felt like I was being abducted by aliens. It's like this change in vibration and just everything gets real fucking weird. It's almost like a DMT trip, but it's something different. But the intensity is quite high and it's a little bit disconcerting. Usually when it happens, I get scared. I remember, I think I talked about it 1,500 episodes ago, but it happened to me in Wellington in a camper van with my wife, and my son was like a year old at the time, and my mate Cal and his wife. And I had this dream. It's sort of like half awake, half dreamy sort of thing. No, it's not even awake. You feel like you wake up in the dream, but then it all goes real weird. But the time in New Zealand, I felt like it was like an alien trying to abduct me. This sounds insane, but that's what it felt like. And I had to say, no, alien, I'm not ready. Or I was going to get shown something. Like it was important. Something important was going to happen that I wasn't fucking prepared for. So I was like, no, I'm not ready. And then the time passed and the moment passed and everything went back to normal. And I tried to bury it and forget about it as best I could. But it actually happens to me quite a lot. I don't know if it's residual from the amount of DMT I did or ayahuasca or whatever, but last night it kicked off, and since I did that ayahuasca in Peru, since I went through the death experience and the intensity of what the fuck happened there, this was not a problem whatsoever. It probably reached the intensity of like the first 20 minutes of the ayahuasca. Usually I'm holding on, going, fuck. All right. But this time, last night, I was like, all right, here it's coming. Just relax into it. Okay, let it come. And I was sort of playing with it a little bit. If I'm going to be honest, I tell you what, I was like, I'm ready to die. I don't mean like I'm ready to die. Like I don't want to. But you know, like when something as intense as that's going on, it's a good thing to say to yourself. It really does calm you down. It really gets shit under control. If you're like, all right, I'm ready to die. All right, just let me get in position. All right, let's go. Let's go to death. And then the intensity was like building and I was like, all right, it's coming. All right. And it kept on building and the vibration, it's such a weird thing. It's not quite DMT and it's not quite alien abduction, but it's something. I don't know what it is. But it was building and building and then it just sort of like didn't keep going. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this isn't it. I'm not going to die because the ayahuasca thing was like 1,000,000 times more intense than this. So I just sort of like played around with it for a little while. And I was like, oh, it feels kind of nice. It's cool. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm done with that and went back to sleep. Previously, I would have been like waking up going, all right, what the fuck was that? Now I'm like, oh, that kind of felt nice. That was a nice feeling. So that's something the ayahuasca did. I have no idea what this fucking thing is either. I know your dreams sort of like test you, but I don't know what this test is about. This one's real weird. I remember I had this recurring dream about a snake chasing me. I've talked about this on the podcast as well. This is probably 1,200 episodes ago. But I had this recurring dream about a snake chasing me for years. And I would run away from it. I would always run away from it because it was like scary. And then one day, I don't know why or how or whatever, I just stopped and faced the snake and then caught it. Like it lunged at me and I caught it and I squeezed it. And then I dropped it like a mic drop. Just like done. Finished with that fear. Next. Next fear to overcome, please. So yeah, I don't know what that is, and I'm definitely not fucking reading Carl Jung's many, many volumes to figure it out either. I think basically what the dream's saying to me is I'm a fucking mad cunt. That's it. It's either the dream saying that or I'm saying that to myself and everyone. Who knows? Who knows what the source is? But I definitely need to get those 7 hours a night in because I fucking love dreaming. It's the best. It's a fucking challenge though, getting to bed early enough. Anyway, I'll be fucking pushing it tonight because we got the fucking Degeni Diaries coming out. It's been a couple of weeks fucking coming, but I've found an equilibrium. By equilibrium, I mean I fucking came home like an hour early yesterday and fucking gave it an edit to get the bullshit out of it. There was some shit at the end I listened through. It's a great episode. We have Scotty Frazzle. He talks about fucking living in LA, working as a special effects dude, prop guy. And then we get into him being adopted and meeting his biological family. And that's a fucking cool story. So you want to get on board for that. Join the Patreon. The link to it is on my website, boylecomedy.com. Get to it. I'll see you over there and I'll see you the fuck later.